Human beings have created their own viruses. You must understand that human beings have created their own viruses. Every virus is a destructive living consciousness impulse made visible. It targets what the impulse of destructive consciousness targeted at the moment the virus took on form. I was very clear about this aspect of existence when I was on earth in the persona of Jesus. The Jews had the rigid tradition of washing cups before drinking from them. I told them explicitly that they should not be worried about what went into their mouths. They should be concerned about what came out of their minds and hearts, then out through their mouths. At that time, science had not discovered the presence of viruses, but it was agreed that disease came from eating and drinking from dirty utensils. But I knew that the disease had originally come out of the minds and hearts of savagely angry people. Thereafter, it was propagated by the division of the cells, but it carried within itself forever the instinct and consciousness which initially brought it into being. AIDS has been no accident. It has emerged from the consciousness forces of self-indulgence and destructive emotional reactions between sexual partners. Submerged hatred and anger can drive people into a sexual act, leaving a residue of sickness behind it in mind, emotions, and body. Because emotional attunement has not always motivated the sexual act between men and women, they have known severe disappointment and lack of release and fulfillment. When this happens, the male sexual energy dwindles. It has to be rekindled by images of sexual perversions. As a result, pornography has become big business in some countries. It panders to the body instincts alone. Out of pornography have come a lack of respect for women and a mechanical, non-emotional sex act, together with rapidly increasing rape and child sexual abuse. People giving way to these abominable acts of depraved cruelty will surely reap the consequences, either in this life or a future incarnation. Therefore, when followers of Islam condemn the West for their lax sexual behavior and perversion, they are right to believe that it is bringing down unhealthy conditions on earth. These unhealthy conditions are not sent by Allah, but are a natural consequence of their breaking the laws of existence. Similarly, the followers of Islam are breaking the laws of existence because they, like the Jews, hold to the tradition of an eye for an eye and believe that there is such a thing as a holy war. There is no such thing as a holy war. There is only the reality of holy forgiveness and holy reconciliation, treating your brother, be he your enemy or friend, with love and understanding. None of you may break the laws of existence and hope that you may enter into the kingdom of heaven or paradise. Your behavior has no place beyond the mayhem you are presently bringing on yourselves. We will leave you with these thoughts, which we beg you will receive deeply into your consciousness and make good use of them in your daily lives. We strongly urge you to band together, irrespective of religious beliefs, in small groups, to use the letters as guidelines for your daily lives. Shed, if you can, your conditioning, and come together in true humility as people willing to agree they know little of true spirituality, but are strongly desirous of learning how to enhance and spiritualize their lives. As many of you are aware, you are entering a new phase of world history, during the course of which it will be realized that no longer is the great divide between the wealthy and the poor. The great divide will be in consciousness. The divide will be between those who have been able to find entrance into the higher spiritual consciousness and radiate love and acceptance equally to all, friends and foes, and who make it their goal to radiate divine consciousness into every facet of their daily lives, and those who remain encased within their ego drives, seeking domination of the weak. They may appear to succeed for a while, but eventually they will fail, and their suffering in their self-created darkness will be great. These letters will be the means of your moving out of darkness into light. As you seek to raise your frequencies of spiritual consciousness through radiating love to all unconditionally, so will you be going through a slow ascension in consciousness, which will dynamically affect your physical health and your earthly conditions. On you brave people will rest the upliftment of world consciousness. You will emerge from the coming conflict strong and purposeful, and will proceed to build another type of world consciousness. You will introduce the beginning of spiritual and technical and economic progress and world peace for centuries to come. I, the Christ, have spoken. We, the Brotherhood of Masters, speak to Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Jews, Hindus, Sufis, and to every religious persuasion of the world. You are all encompassed in our love. Believe this, for this is true.